Y'all, we were having some major technological problems. Blame it on the moon in Gemini, conjunct Mars right now. So, I was on live earlier, but then I had some technical difficulties, so I was booted off. But here I am back now. This is very much in tangent with the energies we have going on now, to be honest with you. So I'm not surprised all this is happening, but I am glad it all worked out for the best because I was about to give up and just say, you know what, maybe the live's not meant to be, but I guess it's meant to be. So, I'm New Cleopatra. I am also known as Lamarr Townsend. I'm a psychic and energy channeler, a tarot reader, and an astrologer. If you guys hear me or see me in the video, please let me know by hitting the like button, by commenting, saying something so I know you can hear me and everything is working good. I am a psychic and energy channeler, a tarot reader, and an astrologer, and I would love if you would be interested in booking a reading with me. You could definitely check out my website, lamartownsendtarot.com. You can also text me at 703-791-9162. And yes, I am also available for international clients as well. So yes, if you would be interested in a reading, this is my website. So once you've reached this page, you know you're on the right page. You can definitely scroll down and read reviews from people who have purchased readings from me. Alright, you can also check me out on Instagram and Facebook. And if you would like a reading, go right to the store section of my website. This is where you can go to view all the rates, services, products, classes, candles, and different types of things that I do offer. I offer email readings, phone readings, video recorded readings where you send your questions, and then I record myself doing your tarot reading or psychic reading, whatever it is, on my own time. And then I email you the reading to download and keep, typically within 1 to 3 days or less, depending on how busy I am. I have a lot going on, but we will be, if you're waiting for a reading from me, you will be getting it soon. I also do offer birth chart readings, candles. I also offer past life readings if you want to learn about your past lives. I also do offer mediumship readings as well as tarot classes, astrology classes, spiritual self development classes, and so much more. So if you'd be interested in any of these things, then check out my website, lamartownsendtarot.com. Let's get into the video. We're not going to wait for anyone to come into the room. We've already had too many things going on, so let's go ahead and get into it. So, for those of you that don't know, we currently had a full moon event. As you all know, ooh, not with my real hair showing amongst the wig, sorry. But as you all know on this channel, we do believe in magic here. We do believe in full moon magic, obviously astrology and things of this nature. So full moon events are a big deal here. This full moon event seemed kind of like a bit under the radar, which concerning the energies is kind of like weird, but at the same time, I feel like it's just getting started. So let's talk about it. Anyways, so last night, technically, because I don't know where it is where you live, but it's currently 2:55 a.m. on a Thursday, so it is in the middle of the week. December 8th. So actually, the full moon was yesterday, last night at around 11:08 p.m. I do have Google pulled up here. All right, December full moon 2022. So I think this was also the last full moon of the year, by the way. So it's crazy because we're going into 2022, you know, and or we're ending 2022 and going into 2023. It just seems like 2022 went by really fast. Is it just me? Anyways, let's talk about the full moon. So December's full moon, which was last night, is also known as the cold moon. And it shined bright last night in the sky, Wednesday, yesterday, peaking at 11:08 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, I am on Eastern Standard Time, so this was only a few hours ago. So I hope you did your candle magic and things of this nature, you all. At the very least, definitely make sure you're doing your protection candles because of the energy we're about to be talking about. Um, but yeah, we're gonna look at the astrology. Hi, Rebel Nomad. You look amazing. The whole look is popping. Thank you, Rebel Nomad. Thank you for being here. Make sure you all like the video, by the way. Buy your ticket to the show by hitting the like button. Thank you all for being here so late. I'm sorry the stream was so late, but, Spirit talks when Spirit talks. So yes, we just had a full moon. If you know anything about astrology, the moon in astrology is related to our emotions, our emotional reactions, our emotional instincts, what we need to feel emotionally secure and safe in the world. The moon is also related to our home, all right, our family, our relation to our family and our home. It is also our relationship to our mother as well. So once again, the moon, in terms of this full moon, was in and still may be in, because it's been only a few hours now since at least us on live, right? So you may watch this video later, and it may be even later. But anyways, at the timing of the full moon at 11:08 p.m. at the peak, the moon was in Gemini. Now, Gemini rules the third house in astrology. It's traditionally ruled by Mercury. So Gemini is associated with communication, intellect, the mind. Gemini is also associated with our young childhood to young adult years. It's also associated with children. Gemini is also associated with local travel. It's associated with technology, cars, things of this nature. I was talking about how I, was having technological issues earlier with this live stream. Thankfully, we got it worked out. And the thing I love about Gemini, and particularly like Mercury and Mercury retrograde energy sometimes, which kind of like, we're not dealing with a Mercury retrograde, but we're dealing with a Mars retrograde in Gemini. So it kind of like has the same effect. When we have Mercury retrograde anywhere, period, it's like it has a way of causing a mishap, but in the end, it like turns out to be for the best. So, for example, I was having technological issues earlier, but it turned out to be for the best because now I guess I've upgraded my software because it looks way different and way better, way more high tech. It's flowing well. So maybe I needed that technological moment, like maybe I needed that, thing to push me, and propel me forward. Like, that's one thing with Mercury too. In Gemini energy, I notice is that Gemini is good. Gemini energy is good at pointing out your blind spots. Like, hey, you're not paying attention to this. Like, remember this blind spot over here. Don't forget this thing going on over here, because it can be easy to lose track of things. Empress 888 says, my mom passed away December 8th last year. The moon was in Gemini. Yes, it is about family. Your mom and I love who she wanted me to be. Yes, exactly. And my mom's a Gemini too, so that's kind of interesting. So, yes, with the moon in Gemini here, when it comes to emotional expressions, remember when it comes to a full moon, emotions can be heightened. But when it comes to moon in Gemini, emotions can turn into words. All right, because Geminis can be very communicative, right? Emotions can turn into thoughts, because Gemini can be a thinker, right? Emotions can turn into ideas, right? Because Gemini can also be a doer as well. Gemini is a jack of all trade. It's one thing that Gemini and Sagittarius, by the way, we're also in Sagittarius season. Shout out to my Sagittariuses out there. I'm so excited because my birthday's in December 27th. I'm not a Sagittarius. I'm a Capricorn Sag cusp, so I love December. But anyways, shout out to Sagittariuses out there. Sagittarius energy is still influencing this whole moon in Gemini, Mars conjunct moment we're having, alright, right now. You look very pretty tonight, Nucleo. Thank you, Leo Saldana. Hi, Lucille. Thank you all for being here. Make sure you guys like the video. Thank you all so much. Yeah, this was actually a quick beat. I'm trying to get like quicker with my makeup because you guys know I will take like an hour or two, but this was actually kind of like a quick beat. You kind of can but can't tell, but I kind of like it actually. Right? Hi, J. Emmanuel. It's so nice to see you. Sabrina says, Gemini Sun, Cancer rising, Mars, Mercury, and Lilith. My Mars and Mercury in the 12th house. I'm Sagittarius, Saturn return. Child. So you're Gemini Sun, Cancer rising, Mars, Mercury, and Lilith. Oh, so you have a lot of Cancer. That makes sense. Hi, Sabrina. Grand Rising, you're glowing. Thank you, Sabrina. So, like I was saying, we have that moon in Gemini, conjunct Mars retrograde in Gemini. And we're going to look at the astrology here in a second, but I just want to set the tone for you all. Mars is a planet of aggression. Mars rules the first house, which is your rising sign. So, Mars rules aggression, Mars rules war. All right, Mars rules how one goes about getting what they want in life. Mars also does rule one's first impressions. You know, the first impressions that one makes. It also does rule one's physical appearance, for you know, intents and purposes. It also does rule. I'm trying to think of relevant things to what's happening here. It also does rule masculinity, Mars. Now, we have Mars retrograde in Gemini, alright? Now, Mars retrograde is interesting, and Gemini is even more interesting. Gemini, remember, is about communication, intellect, the mind. Here we have that energy in Mars, which is about, like, Mars can be about violence. It's not about your words, it's about using your fists and things like that. Alright, you know, using, you know, maybe even your money, your power to block people or knock people, you know, down. You know, so we may see a lot of this going on. Could be a lot of this going on in the family, which is interesting because we've been seeing some of that stuff going on. I think of Aaron Carter, you know, which didn't happen necessarily in this time frame, but I'm wondering, does he have, I don't remember, did he have Gemini in his chart? Because we did a chart reading, or I did a chart reading on him. Anyway, I don't remember. But anyways, this is all tied into this Sagittarius energy we have going on right now, because we do have Sun in Sagittarius. Now, this is a big key here, you guys, because the Sun, or no, Sagittarius is the opposite zodiac sign of Gemini. That means we have Sun in Sagittarius in opposition to Moon in Gemini and in opposition to the Mars retrograde in Gemini. Sagittarius deals with long distance travel, so this can be international affairs, global affairs. Sagittarius also is ruled by Jupiter, by the way, the ninth house. So Sagittarius can also be associated with stepping outside your comfort zones, taking risks, taking chances, being open-minded to different cultures, religions, differences of opinions, beliefs, debates, things of this nature, all right? But when we have this energy in the sun is about self-expression, creativity, charisma, one's energy and zest for life. When we have all that energy in the sun in opposition to the moon and Mars, this can be a recipe for disaster, all right, if you're not careful. Now, doesn't mean necessarily that you will be affected directly, right? But it can mean that maybe locally, there may be some things you may want to watch out for. Local government, local in terms of your community, you know, that you live in. You just may want to be mindful, you know, in things of this nature, all right? Especially if your car or driving in particular, road rage can be a thing. You never know how, like, remember this is Sagittarius energy, so it's like in America, like we like road rage. Yeah, you know, if we're upset, we give the finger. You know, when we're upset on the road, or is that just me? All right, but you don't know what that means in someone else's different culture. That man raged someone, you know, like expeditiously. You know, so you have to be careful when it comes to this energy and how you react, because remember, we have the moon. The moon is about reactions, your emotional reactions, your emotional instincts. This is also your home, so you're not safe just on, you know, you don't have to, like, worry about your safety just on the road. You have to also worry about your safety and sanity in your home as well. Whether you live alone, whether you live with you know, you have neighbors or whatever it is. Like, you know, this can be the energy of, like, irritating, like, being easily irritated. Mercury is the energy of also, like, your nervous system. So you may, like, feel very jittery at this time. You may feel very, like, restless. You know, that could be also Sagittarius energy, too. Like, Sagittarius is very restless energy, all right? So this can be the energy of, like, insomnia, for example. No wonder all of you are up right now, for example. Sabrina says, my communication harsh and my past person went through physical violence. Let's look at the astrology. All right, so this is currently the planets for. Hold on, let me make sure. Okay, we're good. I think this is the planets. Right now, currently, like I said, we have Sun currently in Sagittarius. I don't know where you live, but right now, as we speak, it's currently 3:06 a.m. where I live. It's 12/8/2022, which would mean it's December 8th, 2022. I am on Eastern Standard Time, so yes, convert that to your time frame. I know California is 3 hours behind, so California would be what, at 12:06 a.m. midnight. Right now we're getting the circle of death for some reason. This computer is so slow. I cannot wait to get a new computer. Bam! Now we're back. Okay, so here we have Sun in Sagittarius, like I said. Once again, we do still have Sun in Sagittarius currently as we speak. In opposition to the Moon in Gemini, we have Mars, like I said, retrograde in Gemini. We also have Vertex retrograde in Gemini. Or we don't have Vertex retrograde in Gemini. We also have, I'm sorry, Sun in Sagittarius in opposition to Vertex in Gemini. Vertex deals with fate, fated events, fated relationships, and fated situations in your life. So it could be that maybe for some of you there could be some maybe. Speaking of someone, I know one of you said something about harsh words. Like that can be probably that Vertex in opposition to Sun in Sagittarius, Sabrina. So I know you mentioned also you have Sagittarius and Gemini in your chart or something like that. So once again, you've got to be careful with, the harsh words that either you deal to someone else or, you know, someone may deal to you at this time, to be honest with you. But at the same time, like I was saying earlier, it may be what you need to hear. It may upset you initially or it may upset the person initially, but ultimately it's what needs to be said. That's the goal, the purpose here. Sagittarius is very much about truth. Sagittarius can be very blunt. Sagittarius can not necessarily have the best filter, but Gemini can also be the same way, right? So let's go back though just a few hours, just so I can see the energy of when the full moon was at its peak at 11. I think it's at 11:08 p.m. So we're at 11:06. Let's just go a minute ahead. There we go, and then I'll go back to, I don't know, an hour. So at the peak of the full moon last night, yeah. The sun was in Sagittarius. Venus was also in Sagittarius. Venus rules money, how you make your money, how you spend your money, your personal belongings. It also does rule your relationships, marriage, business relationships, things of this nature. We also have Vertex in Sagittarius, which is interesting because now that I think about it, going back to Venus, I remember I think I had a reading with a client earlier yesterday, and there was mentions of divorce. Like I had to work this client through talks of that energy in their relationship. So now that I'm thinking about it, that probably was this Venus energy, or Venus and Sagittarius energy in opposition to uh, Moon and Mars retrograde. Anyways, moving on. So we have Sun in Sagittarius, Venus in Sagittarius, Vertex in Sagittarius. We also have Mercury in Capricorn. Interesting. So we have Vertex, Venus, and Sun in opposition to the Moon and Mars retrograde in Gemini. Interesting. This is a full moon, like I said, where you probably really want to protect your belongings. I would really make sure, and I actually once I get off stream, I'm gonna go make sure my car doors are locked. I'm gonna go make sure that my what's the thing, the trunk is closed, because you know how sometimes mysteriously the trunk opens, I'm gonna make sure all that is where it needs to be. I'm gonna make sure my windows are locked tonight, because I don't know, this energy can be very sneaky, you know And with the full moons, it's like the moon sets the tone. So it may not necessarily happen now or the next few days, but it may happen like a week after the full moon or something like that. Once again, like like you with this energy, it's better to be safe than sorry. I would say. Be particularly careful while traveling. I would say particularly these next 2 days, probably while this energy is heightened. Let's see how long we'll have all these oppositions. I'm assuming Mars will be there probably in Gemini for a while, but the moon maybe. Alright, so by the 9th, so by tomorrow, the moves to Cancer. Let's try and figure out what time exactly. Let's see. I need you and you need me. This is so plain to see. I don't know why that song just came to my head. So the moon switches from Gemini to Cancer around 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll try and get even more specific. Yeah, around 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Moon in Cancer will be conjunct with Lilith in Cancer. So you're still not in the clear when it comes to family and home. Some of y'all could definitely have some drama with y'all family, honey, or in the home. Some disruption, child, or with the mother maybe, or mother energy, mother-in-law, God forbid. Alright, we have Vertex in Gemini still, and Mars in Gemini retrograde still by the 9th. Still in opposition to the Sun in Sagittarius and Venus in Sagittarius. I'm guessing this probably energy is going to probably continue for the rest of the month. So with Venus in Sagittarius in opposition to Mars retrograde in Gemini, I definitely would. There definitely may be an energy of miscommunication probably this month, just in general, misunderstandings, people thinking a meeting or maybe outing was supposed to be at this time, but like, it was really at this time. Like, there's just gonna be these things that happen. But the underlying energy is spirit trying to show you this person's how much they care, really, or how much they prioritize you, or it's spirit revealing to other people how much you prioritize or care about them, or what they're offering you, So you really want to pay attention to the nuances, because that can be something that's missed during this oppositional energy, is the nuances, the details. The details can be missed, but the details add up to the big picture, so. We also have Venus in Sagittarius in opposition to Vertex in Gemini. Now, I don't know how long Vertex will be in Gemini. But, once again, this could be some harsh words. This could be some, like, some misunderstandings in a relationship that, cause a blow up, can cause a breakup, can cause a divvy in the road. You've been going this way, for a while, but now all of a sudden it's like you're like going in different directions. This can be that kind of energy with the Vertex. Once again, Sun in Sagittarius also in opposition to Mars retrograde in Gemini. Could be a lot of jealousy in the air. Could be a lot of like, well, why is she so happy when I'm having such a rough day? Or why does he think he's all that when I'm whatever. So just be careful of like I don't know how I want to like be careful of like people who could be jealous, all right? Like, if you're a boaster, if, you're someone who likes, kind of like boast what you have or whatever, just be mindful that, there's going to be people who are jealous, and may actively show you their jealousy. Just be mindful of that. It could even be unwarranted. You may not even do anything and people could be jealous of you at this time. Your Vertex is also in Gemini, or the Vertex, see, I'm talking like I'm doing a birth chart reading. The Vertex is in Gemini is also in opposition to the Sun in Sagittarius. So, Hmm. There could, there could be, fate could play an interesting role in the sense of breaking things up at this time. It's giving very Krampus. It's giving very like the Grinch Stole Christmas kind of season, you know? All right, let's just kind of, I don't know. I kind of want to see like let's just get a feel of how the rest of the month is going to go with this energy, with this Gemini Sagittarius energy. All right, so by the 12th, we have Vertex and Cancer. So, Vertex is really not anything we need to worry about. It's probably the Mars and Gemini here we need to focus on for the rest of the month. Mars and Gemini is going to be in opposition to Sun and Gemini for the rest of the month. Jealousy, envy, differences of opinions, but differences of opinions or debates even causing fights or arguments because that Mars deals with violence, war, and aggression, right? Gemini can be localities, so could there be local violence, God forbid? There's been a lot of like, violence we've been seeing in the media, murders and stuff like that. I just would hope that wouldn't happen. All right. Yeah, for the rest of the month, we have that opposition. We have kind of Moon and Sagittarius coming around the bend towards the end of the month. So at some point, we're going to have Moon in Sagittarius in opposition to Mars and Gemini. Probably for a couple days. How many days is that going to be? Oh, 2 days, so it's not that bad. We'll survive. I know at some point Mercury goes retrograde, though. I think. Yep, Mercury goes retrograde. I believe it says here on the 30th. This is going to be a little bit of an intense month, but probably not as intense as November, I feel like. What are you guys thinking? Cancer rising on my 3 a.m. I know, right? We're up so late, child. Hello, everybody. Thank you all for being here. Make sure you all like the video. Thank you all for your support. And yeah, we're just kind of chit-chatting. We're talking about the current full moon and basically the energies, the natal chart readings, astrology for the rest of the month. So, we've got some interesting energies. Life is changing, you guys. Life is changing on a local and global level. It's changing to the point where we have to be more mindful of how we travel, right? All these things going on with Mexico and Shanquella and, Ukraine and Russia, and China has this thing going on now. So it's like, where's the safe space to travel to? Where's the safe location, Is your local community, your local town, city, state safe? We've had a lot of elections going on lately. Election time can be very, dramatic, very juicy, very full of drama, so it's going to be an interesting month. It's going to be an interesting rounding out the rest of the year. By the way, we do have some interesting content coming up. I was actually thinking of going to the grocery store because there's a 24-hour grocery store and maybe doing a shopping with New Cleopatra, but on my second YouTube channel. I might do that, I might not, we'll see, because I am kind of hungry. New Cleopatra does have her own YouTube channels, by the way. So, New Cleopatra does have her own Instagram as well, so we're working on that. What other church announcements do we have? We do have some content coming on this channel as well in the next few days, so look forward to that. I don't want to spoil it for you. But once again, we're coming into this energy of 2023, so it's time for us to start looking into 2023. There's a lot going on. I don't know if y'all heard about Trump which, by the way, is very much with this energy. I don't know, when did that whole thing with Trump happen? A few days ago, right? But Trump, I believe, is a Gemini, for example, so it kind of sucks that, for him, that all this is happening. Didn't I do a chart reading on Trump a while ago? I think he has Gemini and Sagittarius in his chart. This is not going to be a good month for Trump. I can tell you that right now. Just based off the astrology alone, probably not a good month for Trump. So we'll be on Trump watch, alright? I don't know, do you guys have anything else you want to say? I think I've kind of said all I needed to say. This is kind of a low-key full moon. Not as intense as past full moons, but I feel like the intensity is kind of like a slow burn with this one. It's gonna be a slow burn. It's not gonna be something we're gonna see, right away. We're probably gonna see it, over time. Lyle Saldana says, I didn't feel like doing much this full moon. Yeah, me either. Like, I did a little bit of candle magic, but, like, nothing too extreme. Phaedra says, what about Gemini and Miss Full Moon? Gemini and Miss Full Moon, once again with Moon in Gemini, Mars retrograde in Gemini. The best thing for Gemini at this time would be to make sure you have all your ducks in a row, to be honest with you. Protect your energy. Conserve your energy. Mars retrograde in Gemini could, like, make you a bit exhausted. Like, you could push yourself to the brink, especially with that moon in Gemini. You could have a lot of emotions going on too, so you may want to rest. If you're a Gemini or have a lot of Gemini energy, you may want to, like, rest this full moon. Because once again, you're gonna need the energy moving forward. Lyle Saldana says, if anything, I take spiritual baths almost every other day. Yeah, I'm gonna take a spiritual bath tonight too. Lamarr, you look pretty. Thank you, Eveloise Monroe. Sabrina says, Trump and Kanye both Gemini and Sagittarius placements. Yes, and I did a birth chart reading on Kanye, and did everything I said in that birth chart reading not come true, or not see? Like, based on Kanye's behavior, a lot of what I said in that birth chart reading seems to be correct. All right. I even mentioned some stuff about his mother too, like, which was interesting. I'm gonna have to go back and watch that because there's a little bit of, like, some nuances that, like, are coming out now with him. Where I'm like, Kanye, child, do we need to do a part 2 on you, honey? Fiona says my brother's a Gemini. I have a Gemini brother as well. I have a Gemini mother, a Gemini aunt. I think that's all. Some of my closest friends are and were Geminis. Okay, thank you for sharing your gift with me and your time. Yes, I've been feeling really tired lately. Yeah. I haven't been feeling tired. Today I've been feeling kind of restless. But that's because I have a lot of Sagittarius in my chart. So, Jennifer says, Lamarr, it's been a while. This is your best look. So pretty. Thank you, Jennifer. Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. This, in my opinion, was a very light beat, but I think I did pretty good as well. I think I did pretty good with today's beat, to be honest with you. Y'all know I love a contour, honey, so I always have the contour on point. But I didn't have too much time to, like, really, clown around, so, this is I like it. I like it too. Fiona says, can your birth chart really tell your whole life? Like, can it predict events that will happen to you? Absolutely. If you ask someone who's done a birth chart reading with me before, I probably predicted something for them through their birth chart. No. 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 He wants to go outside, but it's a no. Thank you, Jennifer. Sabrina says his mother is a Cancer and his Cancer rising. Yes! He's also Pisces moon, Gemini, in the 12th house. His mother is in charge guiding him. Yes. I was overtired and crazy cleaning my house. I need to clean as well and declutter. Can it predict your death? It can, yeah, it can predict, yeah. It can predict some things about your passing, yes. Phaedra says, can you do one for me, a birth chart reading? Yes, if you guys want a birth chart reading, I can put it in the chat. My cat does the same thing, all that talk back, right? Like when people say cats aren't stupid, or when people say cats are dumb, or like I don't know, like are like cats are smart. Or when cat. Okay, so for a birth, they know what they're doing. For a birth chart reading, please visit my. For a birth chart reading, visit this link to book with me. Okay, so I'm posting this in the chat, you guys. So if you want a birth chart reading, then go ahead and click that link. And I'm available. Fiona, don't go looking for that because it caused more anxiety you don't want. You don't want. Exactly. Yeah. If you are asking if I predict your death if you get a birth chart reading from me, no, I don't do that. I may give you some warnings of things I may see. Hey, you may want to watch out for this. You may want to watch out for that. Be careful of going too fast on the roads. Be careful of this. Be careful of blah, 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 blah. But I'm not going to say you're going to die at, this date, 2048, at 12 p.m. It's not like that. No. Mm. Fiona says, oh yeah, I remember you looked at Offset's birth chart and saw his death in it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Or something related to his passing. I always say your natal chart is like your astrological, in the United States we call it social security number. I don't know what you call it in other places. But it's like your astrological social security number, your identifying number, you know. Or your astrological fingerprint, or something like that, or DNA. That's your birth chart. No one else was born the time, the month, the day, the year, the place that you were, It's specific to you. So very important to know your birth charts, you all. I always tell y'all that, but y'all don't believe in me, but one day you will. For those who don't believe. Though hope is frail, it's hard to kill. Who knows what miracles you can achieve when you believe, somehow you will. I don't know why that song came to me right now. You guys, it is like 3 a.m. and I am in a singing mood. I don't know what is wrong with me. I don't know if I had too much coffee earlier. I don't know if I had too much green smoothie. I know I am morbid. I want to know about my death. But why? Why not just live? You have so much time, before that happens. Has my Taurus man moved on? If you guys want a reading, you can visit my website. I'm actually not doing live readings either, because I'm tired and I have other content to film. I may go live on my second YouTube channel, by the way. So if you guys want more of me live, that sounded dirty, but it's not dirty. All right. I wanna get dirty, get a little bit more booty. Okay, I'm gonna stop. Sorry. Okay, so if you want to maybe see me stream more a little bit later, we'll see. I may stream while I'm at the grocery store. By the way, horoscopes are up for December, so subscribe to my second YouTube channel at Lamarr Townsend Official on YouTube, Lamarr Townsend on YouTube, and yeah, all right. This is my second YouTube channel, so I've gone live once a month ago, but I really like going live on this channel as well, so definitely would subscribe there too. We just hit 1K, so that's very exciting. We also just obviously hit 60K, now 62K on this channel. Your birth chart is your true DNA. Yes, it's important to know it because trust me, the big house know it. Yes. Wait, what do you mean the big house? Do you mean the government or do you mean like God? Fiona, you can manifest it happen sooner than you think, hon. Be careful. Exactly, Sabrina. Thank you. Fiona says, ah, okay, Sabrina, I will stop it right now. Exactly. What you focus on, you'll manifest. Alright. Lamarr, you make me smile. Thank you, Jennifer. You make me smile. You make me smile. I don't know. What song is that, you guys? I remember that song. Hold on. Oh, wait. It's 3:33 a.m. Make a wish. Oh, crap. I hate when it does that. I didn't mean to do that. Okay. It's 3:33 a.m., you guys. Luckily, it didn't show anything, so I mean... But I don't know why it does that. I wish it would stop doing that. Anyways, you make me smile, you make me smile. Hold on. You make me smile. Uncle Cracker? The government, doctors, etc. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, they probably do. Yes, 333. Yeah, 3 is associated with Gemini, so that makes sense. Alright, you guys, well, we've been on for 43 minutes. I'll maybe stay on for like another 15 minutes. So we can make it like just a full hour moment. So, what content would you guys like to see next? Are you guys following the Shanquella case? Are you guys following the University of Idaho? Of Ohio students? What content would you guys like to see next? Sabrina says it's important to know your strong aspects and you could be a master manifester. Yeah, right. Also, an obsession with death can like represent maybe a lot of Scorpio in your chart, or prominent 8th house, or prominent Pluto. So, what is Fonzie doing right now? He's being too quiet. That's a good question, actually. That's a good question. Brittany Griner. Okay. Yeah, I was listening, looking up her story like a couple weeks ago, and that story is crazy to me. I mean, I understand laws are laws in Russia; they're different in Russia, but really, I don't. I just think they don't like Americans, allegedly. Is it good time to manifest anything this month? I'm a Gemini moon. Protection probably. It's actually the season of Sagittarius. Sagittarius is about stepping outside your comfort zones. Good luck. Um, Optimism and things of this nature. So, but we have some opposition. So I don't know, Glam Gal. Maybe you just got here. You may want to look back at the beginning of the video because we talked about the astrology and stuff. Jennifer says, I need to go back to bed. I'm glad to see you on here. The hair color really suits you so much. Thank you, Jennifer. I know I like blonde a lot. I like blonde a lot. I have a Scorpio rising. Yes, Fiona, that makes sense because I was like, you must have some Scorpio in you, child. Hey, Lamarr, can you tell me your meaning of Leo in the 8th house, please? Too many mixed messages. I think it was a setup. Wait, you think what was the setup? Brittany Griner? Leo in the 8th house. The 8th house is the house of change, evolution, growth, and your purpose. So, your purpose is ever changing. Eve Louise. Eve Louise. I tried to do something different with my lips today, too. I saw something yesterday or earlier today or yesterday on Facebook where the girl, I don't know if you guys have Facebook, but like I like scrolling through Facebook. I don't know, you find some really interesting stuff on Facebook. And I kind of like it more than Instagram now these days. Instagram's kind of anyway. So I was scrolling on Facebook and the girl lined her lips with black and then she colored in a little bit of it with black and then she like colored it with pink and then blended it together. And I don't think I did it quite the same, but I mean I like the way it turned out. I don't know what I did differently though, so I'm gonna have to re-look at her video. But I kind of like the way it turned out. Sabrina says yes. I think they planted that on her. The timing in the war. They want the man we got. Oh, they want that man we got. Yeah. Because, I don't know, I heard it was CBD. I heard it wasn't initially weed. I don't know. Yeah, we're going to have to read on her. Fiona says, you have really great skin. I am kind of jealous of it. Thank you, Fiona. Thank you very much. I don't know what I do differently. I drink a lot of green drinks, so actually I should probably make sure this isn't, like, bad. Okay, no, we're still in the clear. Green drinks, when it's, like, fresh, it goes bad really quickly if you don't drink it fast enough. So, but we're good. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's important to be mindful, just as mindful of what you put on your body as what you put in. So, it was vapes, not actual weed. That's what I thought. That's what I thought I heard. So we're gonna probably do a reading on her. I do want to do a reading on Trump now that he's been, should we say allegedly? Let's look up the most recent Trump situation because the last I saw he was he got called out for tax fraud. Trump's organization tax fraud convictions. Not a big deal to the business or the Donald. Of course it's not. Rolling Stone says 6 hours ago Trump's Jewish allies are begging him to condemn Kanye. He's refusing. We might need to do a reading on Trump and Kanye. What's going on with them two? I like the wig. It's Mariah Carey vibes. Thank you, Glam Gal. Sweet love. Yeah, I didn't mean it when I said I didn't love you so. I'm catching up with comments. All right. Could you preview what the nature of the unconscious mind relationship with our zodiac sign? Could you preview what the nature of the unconscious mind relationship with our zodiac sign? I'm trying to understand what you're asking there. The unconscious mind relationship with your zodiac sign? I'm not sure what you mean exactly with that. What do you mean unconscious mind relationship? Do you mean unconscious relationship? Lolly ML says, can I channel the disappearance of Daniel Robinson? It's a case from last that it got temporary national press around the time of Gabby Petito's case. Who is that? Daniel Robinson? I'll look it up. Oh, he was really handsome. Oh, wait, so isn't this the same place where Gabby Petito was lost or something like that? Arizona? Ciao. Alright, you guys. Lord have mercy. Sometimes it's good to get a break from all of these, like, murder cases and stuff like that. Although I find them really interesting, I just recently got into true crime. My mom has always been into true crime. My aunt has always been into true crime, SVU, and all that type of stuff. As a kid, it scared the bejeebus out of me, but now I'm really like interested in it for some reason. I don't know if it's because I do like psychic tarot readings and I read on some of the stuff, like, or some, crime cases, or if I've just kind of fallen down a rabbit hole. But like, my favorite are it's interrogations. So I love me a good interrogation. I will put an interrogation on and while I'm at the gym on the elliptical. All right. I love a good interrogation. I think that's my Libra moon though, and my Mercury in Sagittarius and Mars in Sagittarius. The Falling Star says, I'm just wondering how the unconsciousness relates to the zodiac in a more technical, understandable way. I think the unconsciousness is where our zodiac instincts come from. I think I get what you're saying. I think the key word there is instincts. I think the zodiac signs are more related to our unconscious instincts. I think that's what you're trying to say, the falling star. Yeah, I think the moon sign, your natal chart, those are your unconscious instincts. Your moon sign, for example, would be your unconscious instinct in terms of how you react to things, emotionally react to things, right? Have you ever had a moment where like you react a way or you feel a way, but you don't know, like it's like, why do I feel this way? It's your unconscious instinct, right? Because of your zodiac sign makeup and your natal chart. I think I get what you're saying now. Took us a while, but we got there, alright? Oh, finally, this, okay. I just had a client finally send their questions, thank you. Because child wasn't sure if they got the emails or anything like that, so good to hear that. Alright, you guys, I'll be on for like 4 more minutes. It was nice to be live. It's been a minute since I have been live. But I put on this beat earlier, and I was like, you know, I have to post content. I can't waste this beautiful beat and not be on camera for you all. Alright? Fiona says there's a celebrity murder case that's been unsolved for decades and has always been strange. Was the Bob Crane, Hogan's hero star. His passing was very strange. I've never heard of Bob Crane. Bob Crane, I'll look him up too. Oh, he's old school. You know what's a sad celebrity murder case that will never get solved, unfortunately? I think at least officially will never get solved. What do you guys think I'm going to say? He was in his bed, very strange. Child? That's sad. And scary. I wonder if maybe someone had access to his home or knew how to get access. Scary, scary, scary. But yeah, I think a case that probably will never get solved is Marilyn Monroe. I don't think she killed herself, y'all. And I've done a reading on this before, so... But maybe we could revisit her eventually. But yeah, I don't think she, I don't think we have the whole truth about that, obviously. Alright, you guys, so with that being said, I'm going to sign off. Thank you all for listening and watching. It was so good to catch up with you all. Definitely keep in touch with me on my social media pages, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, my other YouTube page. And I will see you guys in the next video. I'll see you in your own personal reading. Remember, you can text me at 703-791-9162 for readings only. Alright, anything else is a waste of time. Also, you can visit my website. That's the best way to reach me, LamarrTownsendTarot.com. I'll see you in your own personal reading. I'll see you guys in the next video. Either way, I'll see you soon. Psychic with a T, the psychic with the T, that's me, that's me. The one with the T, the one with the T, that's me, that's me. When the planets align, spirit speaks on time, that's me, that's me. When the planets align, spirit speaks on time, that's me, that's me. When the trolls be gone, candle work be strong, that's me, that's me. When the trolls be gone, candle work be strong, that's me, that's me. I don't care what the others say, let's channel some energy today. I don't care what the others say. Let's channel some energy today. Capricorn, Virgo, Libra strong. This tarot card reading about to be long. Capricorn, Virgo, Libra strong. This tarot card reading about to be long. Psychic with a T, the psychic with a T, that's me, that's me. The one with the T, the one with the T, that's me, that's me. When the planets align, spirit speaks on time, that's me, that's me. When the planets align, spirit speaks on time, that's me, that's me. When the trolls be gone, candle work be strong, that's me, that's me. When the trolls be gone, candle work be strong, that's me, that's me.